Next up on copycat.com, I'm going to show you how to make sweet and sour sauce. We're going to make sweet and sour sauce. Now, you've probably tried this in many Chinese restaurants and you wanted some at home. So I'm going to show you how to make sweet and sour sauce at home. You know what? It doesn't have very many ingredients at all in it, and it's very inexpensive to make. This recipe actually features real oranges and lemons for a really good flavor. So let me tell you what's in here. We're going to use 2 oranges, 1 lemon. We are going to use water. We're going to use vinegar in here. Now this is plain old white distilled vinegar. You don't need a special type. We're going to use 1 cup of ketchup. Yes, I said it, ketchup. And we're also going to use sugar. I have about 1 cup of sugar in here. And we're going to thicken the sauce with a little bit of cornstarch. Now, if you're opposed to dyes, don't use this, but it's not going to come out as bright red as many Chinese restaurants serve it. But if you want it just a little bit darker, you can use some red food coloring. Some people might want to use orange food coloring. It's just your personal preference. So let's go ahead and get started. So our first step in this recipe is to make the sauce. So we're going to add 5 cups of water into a pot. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to bring this water to a boil. Then we're going to slice our oranges and our lemon. Now it doesn't really matter how you slice them, just make sure that they're washed. What this is going to do, it's going to help release all the flavors and the oils in the skins in the oranges into the sauce. So we're just going to put these all in here. So we put oranges in there for sweetness and lemons in there for a little bit of tartness. We're gonna let this come to a boil and then we're gonna simmer it for 30 minutes. So we'll come back for our next step. We're gonna start the final stages of our sweet and sour sauce. Our oranges and lemons have been cooking for a really long time right now. You can see they're all nice and soft and kind of mushy. Perfect. And it smells incredible right here. Now, a lot of sweet and sour sauces don't have you flavoring the water before they start, so I don't think they taste quite as good. They are often good, but I think this really adds a really nice touch here. So we're gonna pour this back into the pot. We're gonna set this aside. Now we're gonna add in the rest of our ingredients. So in goes our sugar. You just kind of want to stir that in until it's well blended. We're adding vinegar for a little bit of tartness. And we're also adding ketchup. So you can see right now the sauce has kind of a reddish color. We can leave it like this or we can add in a little bit of dye. I'm going to go ahead and leave this just like it is. All right, and the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a slurry of cornstarch and water. This is what we need to do to make it thick. So we're adding about 3 tablespoons of cornstarch to some water. Just kind of want to blend it in with your finger till it's all nice and smooth. All right, and then we're going to drizzle this in and it's going to get thick. Now you're gonna have to make sure that this is up hot enough to where it'll get thick, but it will get thick. It's almost, you wanna heat it up to where it almost will boil. So I'll show you what this looks like when we're all done. Your sauce is done when it has thickened up, and this looks done right now. So again, right here, this is without any food dye added to it. All right, so you're asking yourself, what can I serve with the sweet and sour sauce? You can make sweet and sour chicken. It's quite delicious. So before I taste this, be sure to drop me a comment down below of what recipe you'd like to see next. Also, if you haven't subscribed already, why not? Go ahead and subscribe so you can see all of our great recipes and you won't miss any of them. So we're gonna go ahead and give the sauce a try. You know, the sauce tastes just like it does in one of my favorite Chinese restaurants. It's a little sweet, just got a tiny bit of sour flavor from the lemons, but I promise you, it's definitely better than anything you've ever tried in the jar. So again, thanks for watching.